discovered that most of them are not measuring the impact, the development impact, which makes it very difficult to make a case internally as to why they should do it. You know, I think the hard part is how do you measure the strategic imperative? How do you measure something that is going to be down to the company 20 years from now? And that said, I think maybe the reason why companies haven't done that is precisely because it's so difficult to do. And I think a lot of times the projects are really driven by the visionaries within the companies that don't really care if it's measurable or not. They just know it's a good idea intuitively.
Eric, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And particularly, you've got to show results back to the taxpayer. You've got to measure development impact, and you're helping companies that are out there trying to measure their own financial impact. So how do you square that?
It's, I think, where you end up is, so let me put it this way. We have found when we've looked back through the partnerships that many of the best partnerships are where people are very explicit about their core objectives and acknowledging, sorry to repeat it, but back to that Venn diagram, acknowledging that what their focus is and being comfortable with the fact that the other party may have some different goals, but then acknowledging that overlap. So I think businesses may have one set of metrics that they're using to evaluate it, and we may have some others. But that doesn't mean that that's a problem. That just acknowledges the core fact that we both have some different objectives, but there's overlap. For us, monitoring evaluation is very important. Somehow the agency got away from that, but we have a huge effort to try to increase our evidence-based programming, to have metrics, to evaluate what we're doing, and then to feed what we learn from that into new programming. So the fact that on partnerships, we would want to be looking at metrics and learning from what's happening and then adjusting is absolutely essential.